Yo guys, what's going on and welcome to this video today. Today, what I have is an interview that I did over on my good friend Quenten's channel. So as you can tell, it's actually him interviewing me and he actually uploaded it onto his channel, but I thought you guys might find some value in it. So without further ado, I'm gonna jump into the interview now. All of Quenten's links will be down in the description. Go and check him out if you don't know who he is already. Make sure you guys drop a like. I'll see you in the video. Thank you so much for having me, bro. Yeah, for those of you guys who don't know me, my name is Brad Riley. I am 23. I'm an entrepreneur from the UK. Currently, I have a social media agency. Now, if you're not familiar with what I do, my approach is very different to a lot of other people's approach, and I'm sure we'll go into that today. I've also massive into my personal brand. I've got a few digital products. I love to help people, love to coach people. And yeah, just really honored to be on the channel with you today, Quenten. So thanks for having me.
Yeah, of course. And I'm excited to have you here because everything that you teach, it's literally stuff that people can do. Like you can make your first $500 within 3 days of even just watching your YouTube videos. Because I like your approach, how you don't say go out and sign that $10,000 client. You're showing people how they can make their first $100 online, but also still make $5,000 online from one client. So it's a really cool approach. So we'll definitely go into that, but it's great having you here. Sick meeting him in person. Bradley is a super, super smart guy, big picture thinker down to all of the ideas to actually the fine details when it comes to taxes and savings. So such a smart guy. And it's a pleasure calling you my brother, calling you my friend, and learning from someone who's not just 4 years older, but has a hell of a lot more experience than me. So it's really cool. And I'm excited to be able to expose you to my audience.
Thank you, bro.
For those of you guys who don't know him, to provide a lot of value. If you guys haven't checked him out already, we'll have all of his links in the description, who he is. But really cool about him, he's big on traveling, but we'll get into that. So we know what you do. We know who you are. Let's go back to your story because you have such an amazing story, how you got started, and I'll let you take over from here.
Of course, man. So one thing that connected me a lot to Quenten is we've got a very similar story. And I think a lot of people who are entrepreneurs, especially in the similar age group to us, not in their 30s or 40s, but sort of 20s or younger, we all a lot of people have the same motivations and the same kind of story. But to sort of take it back a bit further, like a lot of people, if we're talking back from the very beginning, when I was at school, when I was younger, I used to get bullied. I was really overweight. I had a couple of friends, but they were like friends on Xbox Live more so than friends at school. I was a massive introvert. And back then, when people always used to ask me what I wanted to do, I always used to say, even when I was 10 years old, I want to be my own boss. But back then, all it was only a dream. Obviously, I was 10 years old. I had no life skills. I was a massive introvert. I didn't have many friends. I was overweight. So back then, it was purely just that, a massive dream in the distant future. And even back then, I thought to myself, look, it's going to be 40, 50 by the time I can start my own company. And it's going to have to be some kind of brick and mortar business, like a restaurant or a nightclub or something like that. But fast forward a few years, I went to college, got a dead-end job just working for minimum wage, stacking shelves, scanning objects on the till. I was really, really, really miserable at this point. Again, I still wanted to start my own business, had no direction. I thought I needed money to start. So what I decided to do, because I really was unsure on where my life was going, I did what every normal person in society is told to do and go to university. So I went to university, got there first year. I thought, you know what, I want to start my own business. So what I'm going to do is do business studies. So I started a business studies course and I realized I am learning absolutely nothing about starting my own business.
So
what a waste of money. Biggest waste of money ever. And because I was so new to university life and living on my own, I made stupid decisions, went out, got really, really drunk, having fun as you do, but spending money stupidly. One day, went to the shop, tapped my card, declined. What's happened? Maxed out my overdraft, £1,500 in debt with no job, nothing, in a really low point of my life. And I just realized, look, I can't keep on like this. So I dropped out of university, got a job at the same shop that I worked at before, stacking shelves. And I thought, right, again, I can't keep stacking shelves. Let me go back to university. But I thought maybe the problem was the subject. So I decided to quit business and go into accounting. So I rejoined university for accounting and I hated it even more. It was like the worst thing in the world ever. I didn't even turn up, did my exams. I thought I was going to nail it. I got 21% and you need 40% to pass. So I failed my exam and I thought, look, enough of this thinking I'm going to start a business one day. I need to make this work now. So just like yourself, I did all the research I could online, how to make money online. And what I did one day actually was I sat down, I thought, okay, so what can I do? I can make YouTube videos, I can post on Facebook. And I just started Googling how I can make money with social media. And I stumbled onto Upwork, and
so you actually found like Upwork as like a freelancing website. That was one of the first things okay. So, I find that interesting because I didn't even hear about it until I met you.
Yeah. So I think I've kind of introduced that method to a lot of people in terms of getting clients that way. Before, people always saw it as a way to outsource, right? And as a way to automate your business and find virtual assistants. And the truth is that, trust me, I do that myself. It's a fantastic way to find virtual assistants, but it's also a fantastic way to find clients. And like you touched on in the beginning, I'm not saying you're going to make 10K a month off of every single client you find on Upwork. But if you're as desperate as me and Quenten were when you're first looking to get started, you can very easily land clients for $300, $500, $1,000 a month. And as your skills progress and you get a better salesperson, you can easily land clients for 2K, 3K, 4K, 5K a month. But look, if you want to just if you're in the position that I was in, I would have done anything to make it work. You can land these lower ticket clients. So what I did is I was actually sat there with my girlfriend, and I'm a positive, happy person. And I was really I wouldn't say I was depressed, but I was in a really crappy period in my life because I was in my overdraft. I was in debt. I hated what I did. I hated my degree. And my girlfriend said to me, look, you can't carry on like this. So I found Upwork. I was like, look, there's no point even creating an account. I've got no experience. What's the point, right? And she was like, look, I can't have you dealing with you every day, just being this upset. Apply for a job. And I was like, you know what? I'll do it. So I applied for a couple jobs. The next day, I heard back from a guy, hopped on a call with him, which was a huge step for me back then because, again, I was a massive introvert.
So this was like your foot in the door, actually, like completely like getting rid of all of your old like thoughts and your whole mindset, being like, okay, I applied for a job. Oh shit, someone responded. I have to step up my game.
Yeah, that was the point though, because here's the thing. If I was this close to not taking the call, and I said to myself, look, what's worse? Going back to work at my job, stacking shelves, or just taking this one phone call? What's the worst that can happen? So I took the phone call, got off the phone call, $500 per month client. Now look, knowing what I know now, I probably could have closed it at 2K a month, but look, who cares? 500 per month.
First 500.
I was like, shit, I can make this work. So the next, literally like within a couple of days, I spoke to my girlfriend, spoke to my mum, and I was like, look, I'm dropping out of uni. Now that's so stupid because I had
third time dropping out.
Well, no, second time dropping out of uni. Second time.
Oh, because first time you went, you dropped out. Okay, yeah.
Rejoined, and then I dropped out again. And I thought, like, look, depending on the size of the client, a normal outsourcing cost for me is anywhere from sort of 5 to 15%, which is really low because that means I do nothing. Every single month, because they're monthly retainers, that money comes in. I pay my mortgage, I pay my bills, plus some more. And look, I don't have to put in those 18-hour shifts anymore. And because I have automated, nervous to give up control, you don't give up control, you're not going to scale. So one thing I will say to everyone is, yes, you might pay a little bit of money to outsource it, but when you do that,
and I think that's really big how you said actually being willing to actually outsource it. So it's one thing to actually know how to do it. But the first thing you always have to do is be able to give up that control. Because if you would much rather work 18 hours a day for an extra 15%, go ahead. Please do that if that's what you want to do. But you took the right approach. You learned, actually built up a system being like, okay, so these people are paying me. I don't just need 5 clients. I could take 50 clients and I could build a team. So the fact that you've done that, like I've come to you for outsourcing help as well as like how to properly use Upwork. So you know what you're doing in terms of that. And because of all of that, you're actually able, which is going to lead into my next thing I want to talk about. Tell us what like you do. So you've got your mortgage, you've got your place at home, but you're not even there 100% of the time.
Nah, man, I love to travel, bro.
This guy's always traveling and not just going to like the city next door or anything like that. Like you're living the travel.
12 months ago, I couldn't do that because yes, I worked for myself, but I was still at the beck and call of my clients because I was doing all the work. I couldn't just jet off to Santorini for a week because the problem is so once that was all outsourced, I was like, man, I need to start traveling. So, I'm off to hopefully to Canada next month to see you. That's the next trip. After that,
everybody.
yeah, boy. Yeah, we'll have another. You do not have to be clever to start a business. I have no common sense. I am so clumsy. But so just you don't have to be clever. That's what I'm saying. So I will die if I ride your moped. So it's not happening.
Okay. We'll keep you safe. But no, that's exactly it. Like you've proven that like you can make this happen. And like I said, whether it's making your first 100 or making your first 1,000, 5,000 for a client, it's all possible, which is so sick that like you've actually been able to do it in the way you have. I'm not suited for the way doing the agency, but I know a lot of the people watching here are in other countries where they're not comfortable hopping on the phone.
Yeah.
So you're actually able to run a 6-figure business exactly how Bradley is here, which is going to go into my next part here. Like, what's your number one piece of advice that you have for whether it's just a regular person in school not knowing what the hell to do, or whether they're already running their business, but something that's going to allow them to take action on what you say and be able to get money within the first like week?
Yeah, sure, man. So look, there's so much cliche advice out there on saying, you know, to make money, you need to find somebody and offer them a service or offer them a product. Now, look, it doesn't have to be as scary as it seems. You don't have to cold call if you're scared. Being in sales mode could be as simple as, okay, let me create a freelance account. Let's go on Fiverr. Let's go on Upwork, People Per Hour, freelance.com, and offer a service. Learn how to, if you can literally go on Udemy right now and learn how to do SEO and buy a course for like 10 quid, for 10 pounds, $10 or whatever. Yeah. Go for that course in 2 or 3 days and then spend the next 3 months, if you have to, every single day, business cards. So like smart work every single time is going to be better than hard work. And that's really the biggest.
And big thing, you do the smart work rather than hard work so much better than I do. So I'm always looking to learn from that. But exactly what you said, be in sales, reach out to 15 people a day for 30 days. There's no reason at all.
Yeah, there's no way.
Like it's literally impossible. And the fact that people have that in their mind, I don't understand. So Bradley, people want to learn more about this. I'm going to plug you here because like I said, Bradley, from taking his course, not plugging this, being like, oh, if you do this and he'll make money. I made $4,500 after taking this course from one client alone from Upwork. So Bradley, people want to do the exact same. Go over exactly what you said, whether it's coaching, whether it's sending you a DM, what is it, where can they find you, and how can you help them?
Sure, man. So obviously I've got a course and a training program that goes through everything I just mentioned, from getting clients, setting up, getting your account approved on Upwork, to, like I said, sales, to closing clients over Messenger, closing them over the phone, to results, to outsourcing, and how literally it's the A to Z of my whole business model. Very different to a lot of people's social media marketing approaches, which I think is why it's very unique. And I've got so many success stories from that. So, you know, I have a course. If you want more personal help, I do offer coaching, but look, if you can't afford anything, it doesn't matter at all. Drop me a DM on Instagram.
Are you doing what you love every single day?
Every day, man. I don't listen. I love my sleep, right? I love sleep. And like I said, I was always quite a lazy kid growing up. So that's probably where my outsourcing habits probably stem from. But anyway, I'm proper lazy and I wake up every morning. I don't want to go back to bed at 6 a.m. I'm up and that's because I love what I do. So yeah, every day, bro.
And if you don't have that, you need to make a change right now so you can do what you love every single fucking day.
Yes, man. But preach.
I appreciate having Bradley on here. Excited to have you come to Canada soon. Unfortunately, you can't make it this week, but we will see you soon. Once again, go check out Bradley. He's out there to help you. And thank you for watching this video, guys. Peace out.
Cheers, guys. Peace.